This training video will go over the test string function in the EC series analyzer. Test string is the analyzer's function to collect data related to your string configurations. Please review IBMS IM1 and EC-ST-1 if you are unfamiliar on how to create string configurations in IBMS and the EC series analyzers. You may also consult the EC series analyzer's user manual for more information. From the main menu, select Test String with the up and down keys and press Enter. The next screen displays the different sites available with string configurations. These sites are sorted by company and region. Navigate with the up and down keys and press Enter when the test site is selected. This opens the string selection screen listing the strings available for the site. The baseline status is also indicated on the right. Navigate to the string to be tested with the up and down keys, and press Enter to switch to the test series screen. This screen lists the available tests for the string, as well as indicating if the tests were completed or not. You can't review the results of these tests from this screen, but you can select an existing test and delete it using the function key F2. If the test is not complete, press the Enter key to resume the test session. Let's return to the string selection screen by using the F1 key. Select the string not being baselined. This is the new string which has not been tested. In Test Series, start a new session by pressing Enter on New Test Series. The Start Testing screen asks to enter the test temperature. Enter a temperature with the alphanumeric keypad or with the left and right arrows. The test temperature will be used by the analyzer temperature correction algorithm for impedance and cell scan. As we will see later, it is possible to enter a temperature of all batteries for more accuracy. Press F2 to start the test session. The screen is divided into several sections. The screen title indicates which device under test is selected. The header shows the number of batteries being tested, as well as the test temperature. The next line indicates the impedance, voltage, and cell scan results corresponding to the selected battery. If the battery was not tested, you will see a series of hyphen. If the battery was tested, you will see numbers for voltage and impedance. As for cell scan, when the baseline is established, you should see a number for sulfation or dryout. The rest of the screen shows the battery and strap as configured in the string. In our example, we have one strap between each battery. To complete a test, you have to measure all the batteries in the string. Even if strap test is on, the measurement of strap is optional and you can skip them if you wish. Since this is the first time the string is measured, the analyzer will determine the auto baseline value. First, the analyzer will indicate the test results as pending since no baseline were established. When the necessary amount is measured to allow the auto baseline statistical analysis, the analyzer will determine temporary baseline values and the pending results will switch to pass, warn, or fail, as well as displaying cell scan values. At this point, the baseline function F2 will also be activated. Use this function to force the analyzer to recalculate the auto baseline based on any updated dataset. The auto baseline screen will indicate the new baseline values, and you can decide to accept them by pressing F2 or cancel by pressing F1. This function will only be available during the first test of the string. Because baseline is established after that, the subsequent test sessions of the string will show directly pass, warn, and fail results. The baseline function will no longer be available. You can also enter the temperature of each battery by using the F3 function. In the temperature logging screen, use the keypad or the left and right arrows to enter the battery temperature. Use the copy function F3 to transfer the selected temperature to the following batteries in the list. Use the save function F2 to save the temperature, or cancel with F4. Depending on the battery type, the function F4 will be available to enter the battery-specific gravity. As for the temperature, enter a specific gravity value using the keypad or with the left and right arrows. Copy, save, or cancel your entry using the F keys. When all the batteries are measured, exit the test by pressing F1. If the string configuration had manually entered baseline values, the analyzer will ask you if you want to keep those values or use the one generated by the AutoBaseline function. If you did not enter baseline values during the string configuration, this screen will be skipped. The analyzer will recalculate the AutoBaseline values automatically using all the battery data. The next screen asks to confirm the end of the test session. Select F2 to confirm or use the other function keys to either return in the test screen or modify test data such as temperature and specific gravity. By exiting the test result is locked and cannot be modified. This concludes our training video on string testing. Associated test results can be reviewed directly in the analyzer or transferred to IBMS. If you have further questions, please visit www.globalei.com or contact us directly. Thank you.